Morning, everyone, and thank you for joining OcuMel UK's conference. If you'd like to have subtitles enabled, please click on the small box titled CC, which you should see in the bottom right corner of the video. If you can't see this option, please just refresh your browser or device. So my name's Jo Gumbs, and I'm the CEO at OcuMel UK, and I just wanted to say thank you for so many of you for joining us today. Some of you might know me already, and I started up OcuMel UK some years ago after my dad had ocular melanoma. And kind of at the time, as a family, we didn't understand the impact that could have. So unfortunately, we lost him to the disease a few years after. But we had a strong desire that we didn't want other families to experience what we went through. 13 years ago now kind of seems like a long length of time. And thankfully, much has changed since then. We now have more research into the understanding of the behaviours of this cancer, and you'll hear later today about some of the promising treatments that we have on the horizon. So let me tell you about our organisation. We're led by our members. They're our voice, and in turn, we present people that are affected by this cancer, patients, and also their loved ones. We felt it was right that people had the information and support that they needed at a time that they needed it. So we're all different. So especially for this conference today, it's okay to take it in stages. We take information when we kind of need to. So if you find that actually this morning's topics are really relevant for you, then please do stay in. If you're more interested in this afternoon sessions, pop out and come back later on. So, please do whatever feels right for you at the time. All our talks on this platform will be available for 30 days and then move to our YouTube channel afterwards. So what do we know about ocular melanoma? We know it's rare, but there's still 2 people every day in the UK that will hear that they have ocular melanoma. And it's a hard feeling knowing that you have something rare, but actually it's not rare to have a rare cancer. So please know that you're not alone and that there's a whole community here to support you. We know that this cancer affects the eye, and so people are being looked over specialist teams around the UK. But we also know that psychologically it can be a difficult cancer. On your screens, you should see a link to a delegate bag, or it could be called a virtual goodie bag. And in there, you'll find some links to book some support sessions, which are free of charge to OcuMel UK members. So please take time to talk yourself through the experiences. If you're keen and you're heading to the delegate bag straight away, more will be coming into that session in a few moments. So just do pop back in there. Shortly. So what do we do? Our work is focused on 3 areas: providing support, building knowledge, and driving research. As a small team, we have to focus our efforts on the areas that have the biggest impact for people. Everything we do has to fit comfortably in one of these 3 areas. So we will soon share our 3-year strategy, but for now, here are some of the things that we're doing to help our community. Hopefully, you'll be familiar with the work that we do to offer support through helplines and community forums. And as we've already said, we provide psychological support sessions to patients and their families. We represent our community, and in recent years, we've been the patient voice in 2 NICE reviews, and two of those treatments we'll hear about later today. Through the helpline and on our website, you'll find information about treatments and clinical trials. And where we feel it's appropriate, we'll issue press releases to raise issues and important topics. We do this with a really small team, although I am glad to say that our tiny team is also expanding. The last 2 years have been incredibly difficult with COVID, but we've taken the recent decision to employ a dedicated member of staff to support our helpline, and we've also recruited a grants and trust officer. You will hopefully going to meet that person today in our network rooms, but unfortunately she's unwell, so you'll get to meet her another opportunity, I'm sure. We will update introduce the new team in all of our bulletins, so please sign up a member if you haven't done so already. So just before I let you all go, if you have any technical difficulties throughout the day, please refresh your browser or try connecting with a different device. And if you have any difficulties, just head to your emails where you should have contact details for the team at Everywhere Plus. For fastest results, please let them know if you see any error messages, and especially if you could take a screenshot, that'd be really handy. During the breaks, there'll be the option of a networking room if you'd like to say hi to others, but we'll actually open that just at lunchtime today, and for the last session of the day, just so we've got a bit more time to talk. Lastly, I'd like to thank our sponsors for enabling us to host this conference. And as I've mentioned, the last few years have been financially difficult for charities, but we've posted a link on how we work with pharma companies in the delegates bag. It's important to us that although we work with pharma companies in order to achieve our aims, they have absolutely no influence on the work that we actually do. As I mentioned at the beginning, OcuMel UK belongs to its members, so please reach out if there's anything that you're unsure of. That's enough for me, a little bit quicker than I'd hoped to have been. So let me introduce you to Dr. Rana Hussain, who's an honorary consultant ophthalmologist at the St. Paul's Eye Unit at the Royal Hospital, Liverpool.